Well, good morning. It's Friday morning, and this morning we are looking at Luke 6 5 through 11, which says, On another Sabbath, he entered the synagogue and was teaching. And a man was there whose right hand was withered. And the scribes and the Pharisees watched him to see whether he would heal on the Sabbath, so that they might find a reason to accuse him. But he knew their thoughts. And he said to the man with the withered hand, Come and stand here. And he rose and stood there. And then Jesus said to them, I ask you, is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do harm, to save life or destroy it? And after looking around at all of them, he said to him, Stretch out your hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored. But they were filled with fury and discussed with one another what they might do to Jesus. This is one of those stories where you just wish that the people would get a clue. You wish that the heavens would open and swallow them up or something. Jesus is clearly right. You should heal on the Sabbath. Of course it's right to heal. Of course it's right to heal, even on the Sabbath. And all the rabbis agree with that. And there's nothing in the law that says you can't heal on the Sabbath. Most people can't heal anyway, anytime, but you can heal people. Just like way back when we had the blue laws, and everything was closed on Sundays. The drugstore was open because you needed medicine and you needed, first aid equipment. And you needed stuff to heal yourself. So that was legal. It's a good thing to heal. Now, there may have been some cases where, something was very involved and they said, wait till the Sabbath is over, but it's pretty rare. And so it's legal to heal on the Sabbath, and Jesus heals on the Sabbath. And you would think that the Pharisees would applaud that and be happy for the man, and, we don't like him, but okay, he healed this guy. No, they're furious. They're furious. And why are they furious? I think they're furious because not because of the healing itself, but they're furious because they have been bested. They've been shown up. Their evil and hypocrisy has been pointed out, and it makes them angry. We don't like to be embarrassed that way. We don't like it when something happens and we realize that we're on the wrong side of the issue. And they clearly are. And so the way that we look at it is they were filled with fury. They're just mad as can be. And they want to do something to Jesus. And they're over in the corner, outside the synagogue, and they're talking, like, what can we do? How can we get him? Well, he won't do anything that's clearly wrong. We want to arrest him, but for what? That's the problem. For what do they get him? So for what are we doing that they would get us for? Or what is it wrong to heal on the Sabbath? Is it a good thing to do good no matter what day it is? Let's put it that way. And I think the answer is yes, it is. You should do it no matter what day it is or how many times you've helped people before. One time we got a call at the church from the city that we were paying somebody's water bill or power bill or something. And the person that took our payment said, this guy hasn't paid his own bill in like 2 years. And we were like, what? Oh yeah, he just relies on everybody else to pay his bill. that point, I told the secretary, no more. If he calls again, just tell him we can't help. Probably I should have gotten on the phone and confronted him, but I'm sure he would have denied it, and or something, and gotten angry. And we just didn't go there. We just said, we'll just tell him we can't help, and he'll say, okay, and he'll have to find somebody else. And apparently he can find other people. But the point is, and the only point I want to make here is that you get a little miffed when you find out you're helping somebody over and over and over and over, and they may not really need it. Now, they may need it in this economy. You know, the fact that they could pay it but they don't, well, you know, they could do a lot of things if they had the money, and they just really kind of don't. So it gets tricky, and it's hard to figure out how often to help somebody, but I tend to be pretty generous on most of those cases. So anyway, doing good is important. Doing good, even if it's the Sabbath, even if there's reasons why we could say, no, we won't do that. We should still do good. Even if somebody's taking advantage of us, even if we find out they are, they're lying, we should probably still do good. I remember a woman who called one time, and she said, she told me her name, and she needed all this help, and we paid, you know, part of her rent. And a month or two later, someone calls back and needs help with their rent again, and sounds like the same voice, but it's been a long time. I don't know for sure. And I said, okay, who's your landlord? We're going to make the check out to your landlord. Who's your landlord? And she named that same name. And I said, ma'am, if that's true, that's remarkable, because only a month ago I was paying her rent, and now she owns property. That's just stunning. It's amazing. I want you to bring me proof. Bring her here. I want to meet her. Click. Never heard from them again. They knew I was on to them, because sometimes people will get you to make a check out to their landlord, and you're really making it out to them or their spouse, or somebody in their household who will cash the check and they'll keep it. So that's a kind of a scam that's not real well thought through. Well, anyway, we're back to Jesus. The Pharisees are filled with fury. It's not going to go away. They're going to get more and more angry as the book goes on, and we'll see what happens next. And we will see you tomorrow morning. So have a great day.